This little piece I wrote last year called Not Enough Door Handles. And the asphalt is idle, and the air is noiseless, the hoops are anybody's property. But the single ricochet of a basketball can rip the tranquility out of a neighborhood. You see, my neighborhood is rarely silent. When President Barack Obama took office, the city of Boston erupted with fireworks that spewed bright blues, purples, and oranges. Or maybe there were gunshots, and maybe the only color they spewed was dark red. Gunshots are uncommon in my neighborhood. I've seen so many lives wrecked and taken, I've dried up the ocean of tears I was born with. In the media, black on black violence means just another day. But how many lives lost does it take to get you to notice us? Does anyone ever notice us? And yet for so many young African Americans and Latinos, those thugs are their protectors. So many young men turn to guns, yet nothing but a thin layer of skin and the blood that flows through your veins stands between a gun and your death. No law, no security force, not another gun can protect us. I don't think they all get it. Black on black, black on blue, gun on gun, it's all mutually assured destruction. When I was young, like still in elementary school young, I loved to piece together full Lego sets. My cousin loved the fireman ones, red trucks that you could push around, ladders that you could extend towards windows, and hoses to put out the fire. It made you feel like a hero, a young hero that gave life and knew nothing about how to take it away. He had so many Legos he could build his own city, and his city would have 5 superheroes, all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 3 armed SWAT team members, 2 firemen dressed and ready for war, and 1 mailman to deliver the news. And yet, no matter how miserable a day seemed, the civilians always got their news. And they always did it with that consistent, upward-standing, toothy smile. I didn't get how they always smiled, as if nothing ever hurt. I guess they had never seen blood pooed and dried on the side of the road, or glass broken upon someone's scalp, or their best friend begging for help as he dangled 15 feet above the ground, held by his so-called protectors. Lego may tell your story, but it sure as hell doesn't tell mine. Where is that one boarded-up home that harbors a dozen homeless people? Or the 3 young ladies who chose prostitution because it brought home money more quickly? Or the family of 5 that does not know where or what its next meal is? Where are the 2 best friends who had each other's backs that day? Where are the 2 guys who threw my best friend around like a rag doll that day and treated him like a towel to wick the sweat from their foreheads? You see, a couple ricochets off the asphalt on a quiet, empty day invites the whole neighborhood to come play. A game of 50 with a couple other dudes you've never met can turn into the worst kind of encounter. The kind where there is nothing you can do, where no scream, no cry, no fight will make it end any better. And maybe I stopped fighting for him because all I wanted was to survive and not to end up another dead statistic for the media to report on. And maybe I didn't quite understand why he would let them hurt him and would run back. But that's for him to figure out. Facebook says he owns a gun now. He got what he wanted, but I hope it's not too late when he realizes there are no doors on that dirt path. You see, there aren't very many open doors in my neighborhood. So the first one that opens, you slam your foot in like a doorstop and let them see you until finally they have to let you enter. My best friend didn't want an open door. He lived not to open doors, but to flaunt that he did not need a door. We weren't all made for that. No, nobody was made for that. One day, my mother is going to own the most expensive door, a door that will give kids hope. Let them realize that guns, drugs, and street violence isn't everything. A door that symbolizes freedom from the seemingly endless cycle of peer pressure and oppression. And Robert Frost will add, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And maybe, if he wants another shot, all he has to do is stick his foot in the door while it's open.